arrived there on Wednesday in preparation for our Thursday practices, and coming out of those, we were both very, very happy with the results.
After we did a 2-day test at Watkins Glen the week before the event, we came away with that I thought a really good setup. And so when we started practice on Thursday, it seemed like we just picked right up where we left off, and we ended P2, practice 2, final practice in P1 overall. So we were really happy with the pace of the car.
I still had some work to do, particularly in my approach to the S's, which I made progress on throughout the weekend.
I had a lot of confidence going into qualifying. Unfortunately, there's just so many cars right now. Finding a clean enough lap was a big struggle. I just couldn't find one. I tried. I did a couple of drive-through pit lanes just in an effort to find another spot on the track to work with, but ultimately I just couldn't find a good lap clean enough to go for a pole.
In Andy's qualifying, he finished third. I got in the car and I finished in the top of the AMs in the Pro-Am class, but I think I was 5th or 6th overall.
Going into race 1, all we really had to do was execute, and that's exactly what we did. I mean, to a T, more or less. We were in the lead with about 7 minutes to go when a full course caution came out that bunched the field up.
We started out Saturday's race. Andy was in the car. He started out very strong, maintained a P1 position, just did a stellar job in his stint. I got in the car and continued to do the same. I was working hard, maintaining pace, and towards the end of the race, I was notified that we had a pit lane violation.
There's a minimum amount of time we have to spend in pit lane, and we left 0.2 too early, which turned into a ½ second penalty. Unfortunately, when you're under full course caution and all your competitors are right behind you in line, that once you cross the finish line, that ½ second penalty bumped us back to 4th place, which was kind of gutting for us because of how hard we'd worked to get to the lead. The team, Slade and I, put a lot into that race. It's unfortunate. But we took the points and put our head down for Saturday's race.
Saturday's race, I started out in the car. I was very aggressive. I was starting at a deficit because we were also assessed a 5-position penalty from where I had qualified. So I had a lot of work to do.
And so we had to start 22nd when we were really supposed to start 17th. And so he had a lot more wood to chop than we expected. But thankfully he had a great start to the race and got us back to the same position we would have been in had we not had the penalty.
I picked up 4 positions when I came in for the pit and gave Andy the car.
Unfortunately, during my stint, I only got maybe 2 laps of green racing. It was just filled with full course cautions. I could see the cars for the podium ahead of me, and it was just frustrating that I just never had the chance to go fight for it. So ultimately, came back with P4 again in race 2. So 2 4th place finishes was still great for our points tally going towards the championship. We just got to keep our head and minds focused on COTA now.
At the end of the day, Watkins didn't go the way we wanted. We were prepared. We have the best team in the business in Flying Lizard Motorsports, and I can't thank every member on that team for everything that they do for us. Another special element of Watkins was our fan base that came out to see us. We loved spending time with them, signing autographs, answering questions, and just getting to engage with them. And we can't thank them enough, and we look forward to charging ahead in Austin. So we have 2 months until our next race, which is at Circuit of the Americas in Austin, Texas. I've got about a month off, and when I get back, Andy and I are going to get back in the car here to test locally, just to keep the skills sharp.
Yeah, same. Over the break, I'm also competing in another series, so I have 1 event between now and our COTA event. So I'll be using that as seat time as well to prepare for our next race at COTA. As well as when Slade gets back in town, just hitting the local tracks and staying fresh, staying sharp. We will be ready. We'll have a good car there.